Welcome to the Virtual Strategic Solutions Virtual Reality Simulation System. Accessing Legacy Dataset. Files loaded. Simulation ready. Safari Adventure was a Nuka-World park area with a theme focusing on the safari and its commonly associated wildlife. When scientists employed by the park attempted to clone the animals, an activist group known as the Animal Friends and Defenders kidnapped one of the lead researchers, Dr. Hine, and held him hostage at the Angry Anaconda construction site on the day of the Great War in an attempt to end the experiments. Only one person at the cloning facility survived the bombs, Dr. Darren McDermott. After seeing scavengers in the park, McDermott worked to create a strong yet tameable species that would defend the facility, but instead created a violent subspecies of deathclaw called the gator claw. McDermott was driven out of the facility as the cloning process spiraled out of control, mass-producing gator claws and setting them loose in the area. This infestation has so far remained within the walls of Safari Adventure as of 2287, but has also prevented the establishment of any settlements by traders or raiders. The only peaceful inhabitants remaining in the zone are a family of primates and a human named Sito. The main entrance is to the south, and a back entrance formed by a river running through a gap in the wall is to the northwest. Starting from the main entrance, following the west wall northward, leads first to a pair of smaller abandoned structures with a Nuka mixer station next to the concession kiosk. Farther north is the Jungle Journey Theatre, with a small maintenance shed holding an armor workbench behind it to the west. North of the amphitheatre is a small cafe with a boat on the roof and a cooking stove inside, and a pair of boarded-up restrooms to the west. North of the cafe is the reptile house, and just a little farther north is the back entrance to the zone, which leads to the Angry Anaconda construction site. Starting again from the main entrance, going straight north leads to the Welcome Center and a fight between Sito and a gator claw. North of the Welcome Center is a group of cages, and still farther north is a hedge maze that leads to Cappy's treehouse and a hidden Cappy clue. To reach the treehouse, from the maze entrance, take a right, a left, another left, and then hug the left wall until the elevator to the treehouse is found. To reach the clue, from the maze entrance, take a right, another right, a left, and then continue down the path until the end. Finally, north of the maze on the far side of the river running east-west through the northern section of the zone is a bear cave in a caged area. Starting once again from the main entrance, following the south wall eastward, leads first to a small market featuring another Nuka mixer station next to a concession stand. From there, continuing east and then north past a pair of boarded-up restrooms and a water tower, leads to the primate house. Another hidden Cappy clue can be found behind the gorilla statue in front of the primate house by walking through a hole in the hedge to the right of the primate house entrance. North of the primate house is a bridge over the river, beyond which is a small picnic area with benches, a concession stand, and several cages in a nearby building and behind the concession stand. Sito was the son of Marcos and Imelda, two scavengers who were killed by super mutants when he was still young. His father was killed quickly, but his mother escaped long enough to write a note asking the reader to look after her son before she succumbed to her injuries. He wandered for a time before coming to the Safari Adventure Park at Nuka-World, and was then raised by the Ghoul-rillas there. Sito wishes to, with the sole survivor's aid, rid the park of the gator claws running loose throughout the place. He and his family will present one final obstacle before the park can be liberated, however. The sole survivor can either tell him to leave, kill him, or pass a speech check to claim Safari Adventure. If the pack is assigned to Safari Adventure, Sito will mention that the colorful clothing of the pack makes him laugh. If the operators are assigned to Safari Adventure, Sito will explain that an operator tried to teach him to use a terminal, but he got confused and broke it out of anger. He will also mention that he likes their shiny equipment. If the disciples are assigned to Safari Adventure, he will say he thinks they are scary. Simulation completed. Please exit the pod, or have a technician select another file.